day everyone, welcome to Magic Paradise Resort, the country's best scuba diving resort. But first, let me discuss to you what is scuba diving, how does it work, the do's and don'ts, and most importantly, how gas laws related to scuba diving, which is completely independent of surface supplies to breathe underwater. Next, how does scuba diving works? Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus or SCUBA has been developed to enable man to swim and stay underwater for long periods of time. A scuba diver carries a metal tank that holds compressed air or a special mixture of breathing gases on his back and wears a mask and fins. Breathing compressed air will damage the lungs, but how can the compressed air be made safe to breathe? The divers breathe air from the tanks through a hose. The air is fed to the diver's mouthpiece through a regulator, which does two things. First, it automatically reduces the pressure of the air from the tank to a safe level equalized with outside pressure for the divers to inhale. Second, it supplies air when the divers inhales. When the diver exhales, the air from his lungs is released into the water and it is seen as rushing of rising bubbles. Next, let's proceed to the do's and don'ts in scuba diving. First is the do's. Be a scuba certified. Do scuba diving in a good physical condition. Have a checklist that includes everything you need to know about diving and how to check your body's equipment. Always scuba dive with the body and stay in a visual contact with each other. Have a third person in your group that stays on the surface. Breathe continuously and always make a safety stop. Now let's proceed to the don'ts in scuba diving. First is never drink and dive. Never go diving without telling someone what you are doing and when you expect to be back. Never eat a big meal before diving and wait for at least 2 hours after eating before you start scuba diving. Never dive outside of your comfort level. Never dive with broken equipment. Never dive alone. And never hold your breath. Those are the do's and don'ts in scuba diving. Now let's proceed to the implication of gas laws in scuba diving. The application of the law for scuba diving is that a depth increase as therefore pressure, the amount of a gas dissolved in the diver's blood will also increase. As a diver, Boyle's law affects every time you enter the water. Air spaces in the water is subjected to pressure and volume change, indirectly proportional to your depth. Without doubt, understanding Boyle's law is important in scuba diving. Note that Boyle's law is also related to the gas density. After knowing those information, we hope to see you and visit Magic Paradise Resort for the best scuba diving experience. Thank you for listening. We hope that you learn more about scuba diving. Thank you and keep diving.